Our next guest is a world-class sommelier.
It took years of training and hard work, but that's only a small part of his story.
More than 15 years ago, his life changed in an instant. He had to find a new way forward, and now he's helping other people do the same.
He's a wine connoisseur.
My name is Yannick Benjamin, and I'm the sommelier at the University Club.
After working his way up in the restaurant and beverage industries, Yannick officially became a sommelier in 2002. But a year later, his life would change.
Got into my car and I drove home. It was a rainy day, it was really bad weather conditions, and I hydroplaned, and unfortunately my car went into the tree, and that's where I ruptured my spinal cord.
Yannick was completely paralyzed from the waist down.
The one thing that I thought about was, geez, like, am I ever gonna work in a restaurant? Everything that I did in my whole life that I built up, and now within a few seconds, it's wiped away.
But Yannick wasn't ready to give up. Just 5 months after his accident, he returned to work.
For me, mentally and even physically, that was the best therapy I could have. I was leaving, waking up in the morning, getting on the bus. That sense of normalcy was so important to me.
He quickly learned how to adapt to his new life.
I said, well, who am I going to be? Who's this new Yannick? You know, what's my identity?
Yannick wanted to take his new confidence to help others in similar situations and started a nonprofit called Wheeling Forward.
Most importantly, they have a place where they can go meet up with their peers. Oh, how do you get on the train? Or what kind of wheelchair are you using? What kind of tires are you using? And these are things that we all take for granted or we don't think about. And if you can be thankful for the things that you do have, you're going to realize how good your life is.
And Yannick Benjamin joins us now. I wish you brought us some wine, since you know everything there is to know about it. After your accident, 5 months later, you're back at work doing what you know, what you studied. How did you do that?
I think really at the end of the day, I'm very thankful to have this incredible network of family and friends, and my parents were just so supportive, and all my friends. And again, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. You don't do this alone. And that's one thing I really want to stress. And it's important for anyone that goes through tragedy to recognize your friends and family, build that network, and be thankful for what you have.
Don't push them away.
Don't push them away, exactly.
So then tell us about Wheeling Forward. Is that why you wanted to start that, and what is it all about?
Wheeling Forward, basically what we do is we do these really incredible wine events that I hope to see you all there one day, you know.
We're there.
Yeah, but it's to help other people with physical disabilities from lower income backgrounds. And what we do is we try to help them get back into, you know, reintegrate them into society, help them find their passion and their dreams and pursue them. That's what we really want to do. And when I was in the hospital, along with Alex, the co-founder, we were both like, why are we having this good fortune of all family and friends and no one's visiting them? And we knew we were going to go back home because we had the financial resources to do so, and they did not. And that just was something that I could not comprehend. Even though we had tragedy, we also realized how fortunate we were, and that's what we want to try to provide, is that second family for those that do not have it.
Yannick, it's an amazing story, and the group sounds just as inspiring as you, so thank you so much.
Well, thank you for
coming by to
Thank
share.
you so much. Appreciate that.
you.
Thank you.
For more information on Wheeling Forward, head to today.com.